I was actually into a different gender. Yeah. This was my phone when I was 17. I would call it the hard truth lah. Yeah. One night, the phone wouldn't stop vibrating and I was asleep lah. It kind of like got the attention of my brother who just wanted to silence it, but turn of events when he flipped it open, he decided to read some of the text lah. Revealed that I was actually into a different gender. Yeah. This was like the start of when my brother actually knew that I was gay. 2 years later, when my mom and my sister also found out, my mom actually took me to stay with my sister who was in KL. I literally just disappeared from Singapore from my whole life for a good 1 year. I had to go for like religious classes, get counseling, and it was also quite terrible because like I didn't have a phone. I was just basically alone with my sister. Some days that got like really difficult. Yeah, so it was a point in my life where I realized that I could no longer trust my family as much as I wanted to. To live, I have to just live a lie and be somebody else in front of them. I don't hate my family for what they do. I feel that the ones closest to you react badly when they don't understand things, and it's just the same for my family lah. I just don't trust them. That's all with them. I mean, to me, it's not a bad memory. To me, it's what has made me today. I am just very different to my family. I don't trust them. I have a double life. I am not as close to my family as I was. Call it appreciating different walks of life. So it's just that I took it upon myself to do it. This was only one of the name tags that I was able to keep. I actually liked working in the service industry. I've worked at senior leisure. I want to meet different people, right? And two, I want to understand what is it like to be in the service industry. How difficult people have it in life. You meet so many people, especially like when I was working in McDonald's. And at that point in time, it was like, what, $3.50 only? And even at that point of time, I was staying here. I was working at the McDonald's at East Coast. Imagine that I literally took taxi there for 2 weeks just to work. But it was fun because like it was very interesting. I got burned by oil, and then when I was working at Senior Leisure, I got burned by the popcorn maker. I always like see those people who goes to the cinemas by themselves asking for a single ticket. I'm like, oh my god, so sad. But these days I'm like, my god, it's so nice to just have a movie by myself. Appreciate the different walks of life of different people. You see some people like treating like my colleagues like trash. Oh, you don't know who I am. When you're working at Abercrombie, like in like a retail store, people are just like taking things and then like throwing it everywhere, and then you're just like, oh, I just like folded that. People don't really care much about service industry people, right? You also get to see how some people who you work with aren't exactly as professional as you want them to be. It's just broaden life and perspective. I would say like working part-time has helped start a nice journey in terms of life. I actually graduated with mechanical design engineering. One of the places that I wanted to work was like Dyson, Philips. My degree was to design products as well as engineer what function they actually produce. It led to nowhere when I applied for resumes. My brother, he asked me if I wanted to do like a contract work for 6 months for the company. And at that point of time, it was one of the bigger things, right? In the Singapore Grand Prix started in 2012. So this was like the third year. I actually started doing project management from there on. I actually fell in love with the job. We are actually going into the F1 track, so we actually have to wear, during the race, you actually have to wear it. We can go anywhere we want. This was the first year and the only time I did the SGP. My first job is the job that has changed the way I actually wanted my future to be. I went through a very bad phase in my life. I got involved with the wrong people. The whole idea of my 30th birthday initially was to celebrate me being successful at 30, having everything all together at 30. But about 3 months before my 30th birthday, it all changed to a birthday that I actually planned to meet like friends, and then COVID started. So it was like a farewell birthday. The idea was to like meet everybody, and then the next day so it was terrible lah. Find any way out. I didn't talk to anybody. About 2 weeks before the birthday, I just like woke up. I don't know. It was also because I saw this little thing. It says like the heart of life is good. So I just realized that I don't think this is what I want, and yeah, it just turned around. But yeah, so my 30th birthday was really fun. Oh, it was fantastic. And the cards were designed. I booked one of the bigger suites in MBS, 8,000. But that was the point of it, because like I wanted to tell to people like, what is 8,000 a night, right? I've made it in life. The team at the point of time was also called Crazy Rich Asians. It was also the year where Crazy Rich Asian came out. So you have to see it to believe it. So I catered food. One of my friends is actually a chef, so he made my food and everything. So I even ordered like cutlery that was gold, plates that were gold. I had a pig that was like 3 tier. I had 3 outfits that night as well. Yeah, so the party only had champagne for drinks. Everyone had to dress as Crazy Rich Asians. He literally painted his whole body gold. Oh, I felt that life was worth living. There's nothing in the world that I couldn't achieve. And there is no limit to what I can achieve. Because, I don't know, I could do everything and anything. There's nothing else that can stop me. Because like, I can tell you it was like the worst point in my life I've ever done. I even had a photo booth in the room. When I snapped out of it, I actually wrote a speech that I will tell you, which was quite nice. The day that I woke up from that, I actually wrote this speech and I intended to say it. So I've written a little speech for the purpose of the attendees of this party, so I hope you will be able to give me a moment of your time and bear with me. Firstly, thank you for taking your time on this Saturday evening to spend it here with me. Everyone here has somehow made an impact in my life within this past year, and therefore it's not by any chance any of you are here today. For some who I've known for the longest, and for some I've only known recently, thank you. I have 3 things I would like to announce and say as I close the chapters of my 20s and enter into my 30s. These 3 things I am announcing can be summarized into 1. Myself. 2. You, my friends. And 3. Everyone else. For myself, I've decided to make certain changes to my life. No, I'm definitely still very much gay and fabulous. For my 30th onwards, I would very like to reduce and ultimately cut out alcohol from my life. I'm doing so for several reasons. It's relatively unhealthy, expensive, which means more shoes for me, but mostly because I've seen alcohol do more bad than good in the past years of my life. And I want to be the best version of myself, not just for me, but for the people around me. Next, for you, my friends, I've learned and seen a lot of people being caught up with trying to be better than anyone else, trying to rush things and people second-guessing themselves, feeling not good enough. I want you to stop. Stop believing that you are running out of time to shape yourself into who you want to be. Stop believing that you don't have potential. Stop believing you are not good enough. Stop. Breathe. You have endless opportunities to grow, to be who you want to be. Being afraid does not make you weak or lousy. It only makes you human, just like everyone else. Then surround yourself with peers. Peers who make you happy, who make you laugh, who are there for you when you need. People who genuinely care. They are the ones worth keeping in your life. Everyone else is just like noise, passing through. I've also found that confiding in someone who loves you unconditionally to be extremely healing. A safe space to share and release. 2020 is less than 3 months away. Let go of the heavy stuff. Put in effort to do something that your future self will thank you for. The more your future self is thankful, the more you will receive from yourself. You can be the best version of you that you can be. Last, for everyone else, be kind to one another. No one truly understands anyone else. The probability of two persons having the same experience and journeys in their life is almost impossible. Therefore, I wish to be a constant reminder that there are truly no bad persons. They are just an outcome of bad circumstances, and from bad circumstances, the lack of connection and good influence, they are where they are today. So for everyone else, be kind to one another. Never stop being a good person because of bad people, and in giving, you will receive. That wraps it up for me. I hope that I too have made a difference in your life. Now let's party.